Hey everybody, welcome to Eagles Game Plan presented by Toyota. I am John Clark, and the Eagles are hosting the best team in the NFC right now. 9 straight wins, that's the longest winning streak in the NFL. The Saints have it, they are in town. Big news of the week, Jalen Hurts will make his first NFL start, so let's bring in Ike Reese and Mike Quick. Ike, first of all, he did provide a spark in Green Bay in the second half. Doug Peterson says he wants to see that spark continue with the offense, get everybody going. What did you see Jalen do against the Packers?
Well, John, Mike, I think the first thing I noticed was how calm he played as a rookie. It didn't seem as if he was overwhelmed by the moment, getting extensive action. You saw some of his natural instincts as a quarterback sort of take over when he's able to maneuver the pocket and escape and use that athletic ability to extend plays or pick up positive yardage. I like the fact that when his first read was available to him, he was decisive and he took that first read. But just like any rookie playing his first extensive action, there were some good things. There are some things he still needs to learn from, like being able to be patient and see the entire field and allow plays to develop. You saw a little bit of both of those things, but overall, I just like the fact that he wasn't overwhelmed by the situation, and he obviously provided some energy and a spark there where the rest of the team was able to feed off of it to bring that game within a touchdown.
Well, Ike's exactly right. He didn't look overwhelmed with the situation. And he's also right that there are going to be areas where he's going to need to be a little bit more patient. So here's a play, John, that it really shows you what young quarterbacks have to deal with. This pocket is solid. But as you can see, he's a little bit quick to leave the pocket here because you've got an open Greg Ward on this dig route right in his face. And that's an easy throw. Now he's starting to feel pressure and he's going to bail out. But this young quarterback's going to have to learn to be the distributor of the football. Yes, he has that ability to pull it down and make plays when nothing's there. But within the design of the offense, when plays are there to be made, he has to make those plays. That end cut was there for him to make.
He did have the longest pass play to a wide receiver for the Eagles in 6 weeks. Now, tough task. He is facing the best defense in the NFL. The Saints are only giving up 289 yards a game. Wow, what a challenge. With more on enemy intel, here's Greg Cosell.
This week, the Eagles will face a Saints defense that over the last month has been one of the absolute best in the NFL. This is a defense that has really picked it up. And one of the things you see when you put the tape on with the Saints defense is they've been playing a lot of man coverage, both with a single high safety and with 2 high safeties. And what they get with their corners is they get a lot of press man, they're aggressive, they're a little handsy, but they're really competitive. And one thing you get when you play man coverage a lot is you get what we call green dogs. And that means that if the offense keeps a tight end or a back in, the players covering the back and the tight end, they don't just stand there covering grass. They attack. They attack the quarterback. This is an aggressive mindset defense. And I want to show you a great example against the Chicago Bears from a number of weeks ago. You're going to see the Saints here playing one robber with a deep post safety and another safety sort of dropping into the middle. But it's a man coverage concept. And there's really 2 players who are important here, Demario Davis and Malcolm Jenkins. Because Demario Davis, he's matched on the back. Malcolm Jenkins is matched man-to-man on the tight end. And it's really Davis who we want to initially focus on. Because what I said, when the back stays into block, what does Davis do? He attacks the pocket. Same thing happens with the tight end. The tight end stays into block, and Malcolm Jenkins will also then attack the pocket. It's Davis here who causes this sack. He doesn't get credit for it, but he attacks the pocket, causes Nick Foles to break down in the pocket, and Malcolm Jenkins cleans up for the sack. But this is very representative of what the Saints are as a defense. So one thing the Eagles can absolutely expect from the Saints is they will get man-to-man coverage across the board, and they will get it a high percentage of the time. The Eagles will have to defeat man coverage to have an opportunity to win this game.
All right, so you're going to see a lot of man coverage from the Saints, and they bring a lot of pressure. They have the second most sacks in the NFC behind the Eagles. So Mike Quick, how will we see this offense be a little different with Jalen Hurts in there now?
So I think a lot of the things that made Jalen successful at Alabama, at Oklahoma, I think these are the type things that we're going to see. If you want to keep him upright, get him in a comfort zone. We're seeing this a lot now in the pro game, the RPOs, the zone read types of plays. That, to me, is the menu for Jalen Hurts, and I think he's comfortable in that space.
And Ike, we all know Carson Wentz has been sacked and hit more than any quarterback in the NFL this year, and maybe he doesn't have the best feel for the pocket right now. Jalen Hurts came in there, a lot of mobility, getting in and out of that pocket, understanding where the pressure is coming from. How much will that help the Eagles, his ability to extend plays?
Well, it's certainly going to help when he receives pressure and the offensive line at times may break down. He's going to be able to extend plays with his legs. But we all know having that athletic ability can be a blessing and a curse. He's going to have to know when to escape the pocket and when to get out of there and when to stand in there and be able to deliver a throw and take a big hit. As a young quarterback, you often rely on what comes natural to you. And for him, I believe early in his career, certainly making his first start, running comes natural to him. He's a premier quarterback when it comes to running the ball. He was at Oklahoma, I believe 20 rushing touchdowns. Those are the things that are going to be natural to him, but it's also going to be important to him for him to sit in the pocket and be able to deliver those throws. But there will be times where he can use that athletic ability to extend plays like he did with his first touchdown. He's not always looking to run the ball when he leaves the pocket. Keep your eyes downfield, and some of those receivers will come open like Reagor did for him, and that led to a big touchdown.
Eagles Game Plan is brought to you by your local Tri-State Toyota dealers, proud automotive partner of the Philadelphia Eagles. NovaCare Rehabilitation, the power of physical therapy. Pepsi, your new official soft drink of your Philadelphia Eagles. And by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Pick up your Eagles Fast Play ticket today.
Yeah, everybody want to play today. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here we go. Here we go. Good job, guys. Hey, Jay, good job, man. Both times, yo. Let's go. Here we go. Get out, baby. Hey, hey, hey. Ooh. Not in here. Hey, D, come here right quick. Come here right quick, guys. Hey, he just gave me our last warning now, okay? Yeah. Let's play smart. You better throw that away. I love you, bro. I love you too. You're a good player, man.
All right, Fletcher Cox mic'd up there, and Ike Reese, the Eagles defense, they've kind of been a mixed bag over the last couple of weeks. They've done really well sometimes, and then other times they give up the big play. What do you see going on?
Well, mixed bag is the right term to use, John. It's been a mixture of giving up big plays in the passing game, even when coverage is there. But I think the main thing is the tackling in the back seven. Whether it's the running game or yards after the catch in the passing game, we just have to do a better job. We got to be more physical. We got to stop reaching and grabbing and bring your full body and get behind those shoulder pads and get more guys to the football. You look at a team like New Orleans, you get guys like Latavius Murray, Jared Cook, even Alvin Kamara, Michael Thomas. These are physical guys when they have the ball in their hands. So it's going to be important for our back seven to be good tacklers. That's the thing that I've noticed the most over the last 3 to 4 weeks is that our tackling in our back seven has really gone down, and that's led to big plays in the running game or the passing game.
Yeah, speaking of big plays, Mike Quick, what do you think the big matchup is for the Eagles to watch out for this Sunday?
I think it's clear. 3 weeks in a row, you've got 3 of the better wide receivers in all of football. Michael Thomas for the New Orleans Saints, he's a matchup nightmare. They have him in the slot, they have him outside, but in the slot, he's so effective. A big body, catches the ball in traffic. Ike talked about running after the catch. Well, that's what he does as well as anybody. Those 50-50 balls, he wins the 50-50 contest. And when he gets the ball in his hands, that's when the real fun begins. But Michael Thomas, a perennial All-Pro, he's going to be one of the toughest matchups this team will see all year.
Yeah, doesn't get any easier for Darius Slay, and Jim Short said he came in less than 100% with the calf issue, and of course he had a knee issue, but it looks like Darius is going to be okay. All right, Taysom Hill has taken over for Drew Brees. He's looking good. With more on his big plays, here's Enemy Intel with Greg Cosell.
This week, the Eagles will be facing Taysom Hill, who'll be making his 4th start as the quarterback for the Saints. Now, it's important to remember that Hill is a different quarterback than Drew Brees. Hill brings that multi-dimensional element to the position. We know he's an outstanding runner, and the Saints take advantage of that. But in his 3rd start last week against the Falcons, Hill threw the ball pretty well, and we saw a number of pass game concepts that the Saints used with Drew Brees. So they started to feel more comfortable with him throwing the football. And I want to show you one of their high red zone concepts. In fact, we saw a touchdown earlier in the year on this exact same concept. Now what they're going to do is they're going to go trips, 3 receivers in a bunch formation to the wide side of the field. What they have here is Emmanuel Sanders. He's the point man in the trips. Traquan Smith is number 3 inside in the trips bunch, and outside is Jared Cook. Now it's a 3-man route concept, and here's the way it lays out. Sanders, the point man, will run to the flat. Smith from inside will run kind of a deep over route, and Cook will basically run a seam route. Now the defense is playing a 3-deep coverage, so the really important route here, complementary route, is Smith running the over, because you want to make sure you threaten and control the post safety. Because what Cook is going to do from this tight bunch formation is work on his seam route with a little bend to it against an outside leverage corner. So the design of the play is beautiful against this coverage. It gives Taysom Hill a defined read in the high red zone. And you can see him drop back. He knows exactly where to go with the football, and he throws it high to the 6'5" Cook. A really well-designed high red zone play. And as I said, it's a concept we've seen the Saints run with Drew Brees numerous times. So Taysom Hill now making his 4th start. He's starting to grow a little bit into the position. And this past week against the Falcons, you saw Sean Payton do a little bit more in the passing game. So this week, the Eagles will face a multi-dimensional quarterback in Taysom Hill and will present quite a challenge.
Taysom Hill and the Saints haven't missed a beat. Taysom Hill has looked really good as a quarterback, throwing the ball against the Falcons 2 of the last 3 weeks. Ike Reese, one of the big problems the Eagles have had this year on defense, quarterbacks that can run. We saw it with Daniel Jones and some other quarterbacks. How about what Taysom Hill can bring against the Birds?
Well, John, the Eagles certainly have experience in facing an athletic quarterback who's a big part of their offense's running game. 2 games versus the Giants, and we know what Daniel Jones was able to do in those games. But you go back to that second game against the Giants, that opening drive, he gets a 34-yard rushing touchdown. And I thought when you look back at that play, the Eagles were a little bit out of position, primarily due to hesitation and not being decisive. The Giants saw that. They tried to run that exact same play again, and the Eagles did a much better job. And let's watch what they did differently the second time around. When you get this play fake from Daniel Jones into the running back, what's important here is for Derek Barnett, the defensive end, to make sure he does his responsibility. Take the dive play. Don't worry about anything else. Take the dive to the running back. And now your linebackers have to recognize this and press the line of scrimmage. They have to make sure they get downhill, get in position, don't get kicked out by the blockers. And when the block comes around, you got one linebacker taking on the block and the other linebacker is there waiting for Daniel Jones, which is his responsibility. But the reason they had success here is that everyone did their job. You're going to have to do this against the Saints, not 1 or 2 times, but 7, 8, 9, 10 times throughout the course of the game. As we know, Sean Payton and that Saints offense, they have more than just read options. They have power runs with Taysom Hill, where they pull guards. They have dive plays with him. He's a big part of their running game, and it's going to be important that the Eagles make sure that they are gap sound and that they trust everyone else to do their job. That's the way you stop these type of runs, with team defense.
Jalen Reagor to return a punt. Wouldn't it be something if he could do something? Scott gets it away. Reagor looks up, backs up, takes it at the 26, bumps it, picks it up. Starts to run. He's at the 30, 35, 40, 45, midfield 40. He is at the 30, cuts back at the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Jalen Reagor! He broke it! He broke it! The Eagles are back in this game!
Anytime you have a big return like that, you got to have a lot of really good blocking. I think on the left side of the field, Graylin Arnold and Avonte Maddox dominated the double team of that gunner on the outside, which gave him a chance to catch that ball out in space right there. He did put it on the ground. I thought his eyes came off the catch a little bit right there at the finish. But he obviously picked the ball back up. And then on the right side of the field, on that right gunner over there, Jaquette and Kayvon Wallace did a good job of getting him washed down inside, and Duke Riley came in and finished him off there. And then Kayvon actually came back around and had another big block for us. It really helped start the thing. And then I think the last couple blocks on that side, Sean Bradley and Corey Clement finished those last couple blocks, and then Jalen made those couple guys miss. So obviously a great play, fun to be a part of. The most important thing for us is winning the football game, so we're disappointed we didn't get that done. But I was definitely happy for those guys on that play. Those guys have worked really hard all year long. They compete every play, no matter what the score is on the scoreboard. And so I'm proud of them and happy for them that they were able to make that play.
Well, great stuff there from Dave Fitt, breaking down Jalen Reagor's second career touchdown, his first as a punt returner. And this week on Tape Study, presented by Chickies and Pete's, I want to take a look at this 34-yard catch by Jalen Reagor down the left sideline. And really one of the things that watching film over the last few years that I've begun to notice around a lot of the top receivers in the NFL is their ability to play through contact. And that can show up in a lot of different ways. It might show up at the line of scrimmage, defeating a jam in press coverage. It might show up mid-route, fighting through contact from the defender at the second level. It might show up at the catch point where you're jumping up and over a defender, and then obviously the ground. And I think with Jalen Reagor, you see that here in a number of different ways. Number one, his ability to run past that corner in press coverage. You did a great job of winning outside, edging that defender quickly, and getting on top of him. Now, once he gets to the second level, I think he gets his eyes back to the quarterback a little too fast here, but overall, I like his ability to track it over the shoulder. He's dealing with contact here at the catch point, and then the thing I love most, his ability to sustain the catch through the ground. You can see he goes to the ground here and is able to hold on to that football. Great catch, great throw as well from Jalen Hurts. And if we take a look at this play from the end zone angle, I just want to quickly just appreciate the job that Jalen Hurts does on this play. As he's getting a defender bearing down on him, a blitzer and a blown protection, he's staring down contact, and he's able to deliver this throw with timing, touch, and placement. Great throw by Jalen Hurts, his best throw of the day, in my opinion. Still some things that he's got to clean up, but loved that throw from Jalen Hurts. So we see a great job by Jalen Reagor, winning outside, playing through contact. Good ball from Jalen Hurts. Love the catch there from Jalen Reagor. Good sign of things to come. But again, it all comes back to me on this play, the wide receiver playing through contact. One of the little things that I think leads to success playing receiver in the NFL.
All right, so a very tough challenge against the Saints, but this is the Saints' third straight road game. And hey, the Eagles, they run the ball pretty well. 5 yards a carry. We might see more of that with Jalen Hurts and, of course, hopefully Miles Sanders. Check out the kickoff show on PhiladelphiaEagles.com at 3:40. Thanks for watching Eagles Game Plan presented by Toyota. Have a good one. Eagles Game Plan is brought to you by your local Tri-State Toyota dealers, proud automotive partner of the Philadelphia Eagles. NovaCare Rehabilitation, the power of physical therapy. Pepsi, your new official soft drink of your Philadelphia Eagles. And by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Pick up your Eagles Fast Play ticket today.